Persephone in The Matrix Reloaded is played by Monica Belluci, and obviously she's hot AF. But who exactly is this Persephone character? Is she human? Is she a program? Is she evil? Is she good? Why does she seem to use kisses as currency? In this video I'll cover these points, so please join me as we explore who exactly is Persephone in The Matrix. Persephone is an exile, not a regular program that's part of the system of control like agents, or a special kind of program connected to the source like Seraph or the Oracle. And remember, all programs have a purpose, as said by the Oracle and the Keymaker. We're all here to do what we're all here to do, as the Oracle says. So, what is Persephone here to do? Persephone is a succubus, almost like a vampire. In The Matrix Reloaded, we see actual vampires, like Cain and Abel. Persephone actually shoots one of them, but a succubus is something else. So skip to the What is a Succubus chapter marker to see more of that, or just watch the whole video. As seen in The Matrix Reloaded, and even more in Enter the Matrix, Persephone kind of samples love and passion by kissing people. So she kisses Neo in The Matrix Reloaded, she kisses Ghost and Niobe in Enter the Matrix. So by the looks of things, at this stage we can tell that she's a program designed to learn about human love, and that's love for both sexes. So therefore we can kind of conclude that the machine's understanding of human love is down to Persephone. So Ramachandra in The Matrix Revolutions, when he talks about love for his daughter, even though he's just a program, that comes from Persephone, and he even says that he can tell Neo is in love. He can tell that Neo is in love with Trinity. It's written all over Neo's code in the train station. Even the architect, he can recognize what love is by reading Neo's code in the TV room. He can tell that he's being overwhelmed by love when he's faced with this difficult decision. So let's look at the background of Persephone. When the machines need to learn about human emotion and the human psyche, they create programs to achieve this. So remember that the reason that the machines keep humans around is because the machines need power, and they get power from human bodies producing the bioelectricity, and the human bodies need the human mind to keep running. And the way that the human minds keep running is to be engaged with stimuli. That's emotions, excitement, the brain needs to keep going. The most obvious example of a program created to understand the human psyche is the Oracle. So why was Persephone created in the first place? The answer is what I said previously. She was created to learn about love. Because remember, the machines don't understand love. They're machines. When a machine program discovers something about humanity, they can either keep that program connected to the source if the program remains useful, like they did with the Oracle, or they can flag the program for deletion. The fact that Persephone is an exile with the Merovingian shows that she was flagged for deletion at some point in the past. Maybe the machines learnt all they needed to about human love and just cast her aside. As Agent Smith says, did you know that the first Matrix was designed to be a perfect human world where none suffered, where everyone would be happy? Here, he is referring to the Paradise Matrix, which failed. As he continues, it was a disaster. No one would accept the program. Entire crops were lost. Some believed that we lacked the programming language to describe your perfect world. If we then read the architect's claim that the first Matrix I designed was quite naturally perfect, it was a work of art, flawless, sublime, we need to remember that flawless, in the architect's view, means mathematically flawless, not emotionally flawless. The architect saw the failure of the Paradise Matrix and presented a very mathematical solution: create a program to scientifically learn about human love. This program was Persephone, and she was installed for the next Matrix version, the Nightmare Matrix, where human minds suffered. However, her objective was to do more than just learn about love. She was created to discover how machines can use love to manipulate humans. Remember, everything the architect creates is centered around control. This is why Persephone is based on the succubus mythological creature. Eventually, the Nightmare Matrix failed too, for the same reason, lack of choice. This is when the Merovingian was flagged for deletion and chose exile, along with all of his gang of fellow nightmarish programs, like vampires, werewolves, and succubi. So what is a succubus? According to Wikipedia, a succubus is a demon or supernatural entity in folklore, in female form, that appears in dreams to seduce men, usually through sexual activity. According to religious traditions, repeated sexual activity with a succubus can cause poor physical or mental health, or even death. In modern representations, a succubus is often depicted as a beautiful seductress or enchantress, rather than as demonic or frightening. Alongside Persephone, we see another succubus in the Matrix Online story, which is all part of the same storyline. Jezebeth is a succubus and leader of the succubus exile gang Legion. Looking at Jezebeth, we can see that succubi are stronger and faster than humans, as well as more resilient. Though they are capable of quickly recovering from most injuries, they can be harmed by water, which contains their kill code. There's the obvious connection to a Greek goddess as well. That's what the name Persephone comes from. In Greek mythology, Persephone became the queen of the underworld after her abduction by Hades, the god of the underworld, with the approval of her father, Zeus. The parallel to the Matrix universe is the underworld is the Matrix, Hades is the Merovingian, and Zeus is the architect. In The Matrix Reloaded, we see her rank as Queen of the Underworld when Cain and Abel refer to her as Mistress when they say, "Yes, Mistress." A long time ago when we first came here, it was so different. He was so different. He was like you. That quote is why so many people think that the Merovingian might be the former one, but really that's not the case. What Persephone is saying here, when she's talking about how the Merovingian used to be, is she's talking about the Merovingian's treatment of her and the quality of his character before he became corrupted. Remember, the Merovingian has been ruling the Matrix, or at least the Matrix exiles, for so long that he's now become a bit of a power-crazed megalomaniac. The Merovingian used to be passionate, everything that she looked for in a partner. So when Persephone helps Morpheus and Neo and Trinity get to the Keymaker, she does so to kind of get a bit of revenge on the Merovingian. So you might think that that seems a bit extreme, but remember, love and passion is her entire purpose. She's not a human that has lots of different desires. No, she is a program whose entire existence is built around love and passion. This is shown when the Merovingian confronts Persephone and he tells her, "It's a game, it's only a game," referring to her quest for love, which shows his disrespect for the concept of love. But then she replies by referring to his quest for power by saying, "So is this, have fun." The importance of love and passion to Persephone is seen when she asks Neo for a second kiss after his first kiss doesn't impress her. The first kiss was simply Neo feebly attempting to appease her, with zero passion. Persephone, being the succubus who has studied human love many times, could see this and calls Neo's first kiss pathetic. It's only next when Neo kisses her as if he's kissing Trinity that Persephone feels the true passion that she has struggled to get from the Merovingian for so many years. Thank you for watching that, everybody. If it was a help to you and you really liked learning about the Matrix lore, then please subscribe to Jam Punch and I'll be releasing a brand new Matrix Explained video every single week. My name is George, this is Jam Punch, and I'll see you next time.